Hey there, native fish keepers. Today, I want to answer a question I get asked a lot, and the question is where do or how do I find all these free and cheap tanks? I mean, because like in the last 10 years or whatever, I really haven't bought a tank, and if I have bought a tank, I probably haven't paid more than 50 cents per gallon, and that's for like a full setup. So yeah, and I get asked all the time, like, how do I find these cheap tanks and free tanks? I mean, I bet you 90%, if not more, of the tanks I've had in the last 10 years have been free tanks. So here's gonna be some here. I don't know what to say. So what? So here's gonna be my tips. Here they are. There's several things. One of the main ones, obvious ones, I mean, is search for sale apps or pages, like Facebook Marketplace. You got to search that. Facebook Marketplace, Craigslist, OfferUp, Let Go, things like that. Search them. And when I mean search them, don't just go once a day, jump on there. You got to search often. And I know if you're working and stuff, you can't be searching, every 15 minutes, every hour even, so my tip for you, if you really want to find these cheap tanks, because they go fast. I mean, they really do. Really cheap tanks and go really fast. I mean, if you don't respond within an hour or two of a tank that's less than 50 cents per gallon, you're probably not going to get that tank. And on free tanks, if you haven't responded in probably in half an hour, you're probably not going to get that free tank either. So, I mean, you got to search those things often. And when I mean often, I know it's hard to do. I know I'm disabled and I don't work full time or anything like that. So I have a lot of free time, so I can search a lot. But even when I was working, I would search on my breaks at work. Like, if I got a 15-minute break, I'd be searching, I wouldn't be scrolling Facebook, like, oh, I want to see what everybody's talking about. No, I go straight to the marketplace and, type in what I'm looking for. And that's another thing. I'm going to give you 4 things to search here too, but type in what you're looking for and look, every break you got at work. Search Facebook, search Craigslist, Let Go, and OfferUp, and any other local for sale groups, ads, or whatever you got in your area. And yeah, if you can search those things at least 5 times a day, you'll have a better chance of finding those free or cheap tanks. Also, before I jump into that next thing, we're going to those what to search for. I search 4 things. I search aquariums, fish tank, and fish tanks. Search those 4 keyword searches, and you'll find probably 95% of the aquariums out there, fish tanks. I mean, occasionally you'll find something else underneath, like a pet tank or, you know, a reptile cage or something like that, But and those are probably going to need some work, if they are actual aquariums, anyways, like major reseals or crack tanks and stuff like that. So, I mean, but if you search those 4, the aquariums, fish tanks, you'll find 95% of what's out there probably. Okay. Another thing you can do is, talk to your friends and tell them, say, hey, if you come across any free fish tanks or cheap fish tanks, get a hold of me, let me know. I mean, or just pick them up yourself, if they're free, like, just grab them and, I'll give you $5 or whatever, if it's a decent sized tank. I wouldn't be giving $5 for a 10-gallon if they found it for free, but I mean, yeah, somebody's throwing out a 55 and they pick it up for you. Yeah, give them a little bit of money for it. I mean, if you really want to. But if they're, good friends, they won't. I got friends that bring me tanks all the time. And same thing with family members. Let them know that you're constantly looking for tanks, So something comes up, your neighbors, say, hey, you got any fish tanks laying around in your garage you haven't seen in a long time or haven't used? But yeah, you know, let your friends, family know that you're looking, and if they come across anything, go ahead and pick it up and bring it to you. You know, you'll deal with it. Um, Another thing is, uh, if you know anybody, it's got a lot of rental properties. Like a lot of they have. See, I got a couple people I know that have a lot of rental houses. The one woman, she's got 32, you know, and the other guy, he's at 15 or something. Um, Especially if they have a lot of high turnover, like if they get a lot of bad renters in there, and if they allow pets. That's the main thing. If those renters allow pets, a lot of people will have a fish tank. Or if they don't allow pets, but they only allow, oh yeah, you can have a fish tank. If they allow the renters to do that, talk to those people, the renters, not the renters, the rentees, the landowners. Talk to them. Say, hey, you ever get fish tanks or whatever left behind? People leave them, because they do. Trust me, they do. And if they allow fish tanks and stuff, they probably get quite a few of them. And usually, most of those tanks will just end up in a dumpster. Um, yeah, my best one was a 100-gallon tank. Somebody had in their basement. The renter's like, you get it out of the or the landowner's like, you get it out of the basement, it's yours. You can have it. So pull it out of the basement. But yeah, talk to those kind of people too. Also, this is one of my favorites, and you can't do this everywhere because not everywhere has this. Sorry if I got a bad. I'm outside right now because I'm getting ready to show you guys something here. But I have a local town here that has what they call a spring cleanup and a fall cleanup or a bulk trash pickup. And what that is they twice a year they have one in the spring and one in the fall. You can throw away whatever, as long as it's not chemical related. Paints, old oil and stuff like that. They'll pick it up. Any hard trash, and the whole town does this. It's yeah, it's a whole week. This town's maybe got a population of maybe 8,000. It's not a big town, but my buddy and I, we go there, and on the first day, it lasts a whole week. On the first day, we go there, and we will drive every single street in that town. I mean, every street, literally driving. We usually start 8 a.m. and we'll get done somewhere between 1 and 3 o'clock, just depending. And I tell you what, this has been probably my best option for getting free tanks. Every time we do it, I get at least 5 tanks. And a lot of times it's just usually a bunch of 10 gallons. 10 and 5 gallons is usually what you find the most. And occasionally you get a bonus tank. But this time was especially good. It wasn't our most tanks. We found 9 this time. My most I ever found was 11. But they almost are all big tanks. Decent sized tanks. The 2 smaller tanks were 10-gallon tanks, and the biggest one was a 55, an old 55 with thick glass. But I'm going to show you here real quick. It's right here behind me. I don't know if you guys can see that. There they are, all in there. Pretty cool, huh? Oh, got one out here on the driveway right there. I'm getting ready to clean out. And see, that's the thing. They're going to be dirty. They may need resealed. They might have a broken trim or something, but people are just throwing them out. They just don't want to deal with it, whatever they do, their pet, whatever, fish die, and they're done with it. That's it. The best neighborhoods are the middle to high-end neighborhoods. Yeah, middle class neighborhood, high-end neighborhoods are probably, the middle class is probably your best, because they've got the disposable income, but they also don't buy the high dollar stuff, so it's able to be thrown away if they don't want it anymore. The high end, you'll only find smaller tanks there, usually under 20 gallons, because they'll usually buy the complete setup, $300-400 55-gallon tanks. It's ridiculous, but they won't throw those away. But yeah, and then the low end, you'll find some in the poorer communities. You'll get some 10-gallon tanks. But anyways, here's what I got. I got this old 55 right here, It needs a new trim piece on the bottom, but that's fine. I got this 29-gallon critter cage, which I'm not gonna use for a tank because it's got thin glass. I got this cool 20-gallon extra high tank. That's the first one I've ever had of these. I've never had one of these tanks. I might keep that one for myself. I think that's a 20-gallon there. A 20-gallon high there, right there. There's a 20 long there that's inside of a 40 breeder. 2 10-gallons up in front of that. And then that tank, which I believe is, I think just a regular 40-gallon tank. Or it might be like a 35-gallon tank or something like that. But that was my pickup for this week. This week. But on that bulk pickup, I know I'm getting kind of long here, but on those bulk pickup trash days, it's better if they do it like once or twice a year. I know I got another town here close to me, they do it once a month in different neighborhoods, or like it's the first Monday or whatever every month. They do it that often, you won't find that many tanks, if any at all. I don't even bother going there. I mean, if I'm passing through town and I see it, I'll pick it up, but I'm not going to go there on purpose and look. But if they do it once or twice a year and that's it, that's the best times to go. So I find the spring cleanup's the best because a lot of kids will get tanks for Christmas and you know, get some kind of fish or pet, and by springtime the fish has died because they, you know, don't know how to take care of it, and it just sits there, and so it gets, parents don't want to buy new fish because they're tired of dead fish, and or kid just won't take care of the tank and it gets dirty and smelly. So it goes out in the garage, it sits there. Springtime come around, dad sees it sitting in the garage, is like, hey, this is getting out of here, throws it out. So, but yeah, you know, that's my tips for finding these cheap and free tanks. You do all those and you're gonna come into some tanks, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, so if you like this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching, everybody. Good luck.